Guys, so I'm going to go ahead and apologize now because there will be some graphing in this, and I know that my graphing with this wireless slate isn't always the most straight and accurate, but we'll do the best we can. All right. All right. So this is from 9-2, and you have one question from this section where you are graphing the given function. It does not, you don't have to describe anything. It's just graphing it. I did number 5 in class, and so I'm going to look at number 6. All right, so we have y equals 8 over x. And actually, I think I may even go ahead and cheat so that I can get the graph paper so that it's not too horrible. And let me see if I can do this faster this way. I believe I can. Here we go. All right. So we have y equals 8 over x. Well, I notice that in my denominator, I'm not adding anything to this, nor am I adding anything to this term itself. So that means this is the same as plus 0, right? And then that would be the same as plus 0. So your asymptotes would be your x and y axes. Right, so we're going to pick some values, right, t-chart. We want to pick 4 that are less than 0, and we want to pick 4 that are greater than 0. So I'm going to go with -1/2, -1, -2, -3, just because I like them. And then we're going to go 1/2, 1, 2, 3. And again, you can pick whatever you want, and yes, you could do only 3, but I feel like 4 gives me a little bit of a better guideline, so that's why I typically use 4 instead of 3. Kitty cat. All right, so then let's plug that in. So then you have -8, my apologies, 8 over -3, so that's -8 thirds, which is going to be -2.7. And then we have 8 over -2, which is -4, 8 over -1, which is -8, 8 over -1/2, which is going to give us -16. 8 over 1/2 is 16, 8 over 1 is 8, 8 over 2 is 4, and 8 over 3 is 8 thirds, which is a positive 2.7. Okay, so now let's go ahead and plot these points. So you have -3 and then -2.7, so that's right about there. -2 and then -4, right about there. Sorry, I'm trying to do that blindly. -1 and then -8, so that's down here. 1/2 is going to be 16 way off there, so I'm not even going to bother putting that there. 1/2, 16 way up there, so I'm not going to put it there. 1/18 or 1/8, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we have 2, 4, and then you have 3 and 2.7. All right, so then here are your branches. Okay. Oh, sorry, that's not completely on there, but hopefully you get the drift. Okay. All right. Now from the next section, there are 2 of these, and these are different than the other one because you have stuff going on down here. All right, so I did 18 in class for 2 of the 3 classes. So let's take a look at number 17. So you have y equals 1 over, ooh, that went way up, x minus 3 and then plus 4. Okay, so this tells me that I'm going 3 to the right, and then this plus 4 tells me that I'm going up 4 with respect to my asymptotes. All right, let me get a graph in over here just to help make things a little bit easier on both of us. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a t-chart. And I'm going to use this to my advantage. So we're going 3 to the right, correct? So then my vertical asymptotes are going, or asymptote, is going through this line here, right? And then it says up 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So then when we're graphing this, it should be somewhere around this neighborhood. All right, so 3 to the right means that was positive 3. So I'm not picking positive 3. I'm going to pick 4 to the left, and I'm picking 4 to the right. So I'm going to go with 2.5, 2, 1, and 0, 3.5, 4, 5, and 6. All right, so now plugging this in. So you have negative 1/3 plus 3, and that is going, negative 1/3 plus 4, and that is going to give you 3.7. Negative 1/2 plus 4 is going to give you 3.5. Negative 1 plus 4 is going to give us 3. And then that would be negative 2 plus 4, which is going to give us 2. All right, that's going to give us 6. This is going to give us 5. This is going to give us 4.5. And then 6 minus 3, 3. 1/3 plus 4 is 4.3. All right, so now we just want to plot these points, because since we did the 3 to the right and we use that to pick our x values for the t-chart, then we just plug those into the original given equation, and then it pops out the y values that we need that correspond with the x's we picked. So then we just plot it. You don't have to worry about shifting anything. Now you can do the parent function and then shift everything 3 to the right and up 4, but you just have to remember to do that. Okay, so then we have 0 and then 3.7 is right here. 1 and 3.5 is right about there. 2 and 3, and then 2.5 and 2. All right, then we have 3.5 and 6. We have 4 and then 5. We have 5 and 4.5, and we have 6 and 4.3. So the graphs are going to be, or the branches are going to be looking something like this. And close. Better than I thought. Whoops. Okay, so something along those lines. Okay, and then finally from 9-2, we had to write an equation of the translation with the given asymptotes. Okay, I did 23 for 1 hour, but I did 24 for another hour, so let's do 23 again. So our parent function is y equals 2 over x minus h plus k. This is going to be substituted in for the h, and this gets substituted in for the k. So then you have y equals 2 over x minus a negative 2, and then plus 3. But that minus and negative makes that positive. So then you have 2 over x plus 2 plus 3. This is the final, official, most simplified version. This would still need to be cleaned up a little bit. Okay, that's it from 9-2. So I'm going to go ahead and pause it again just for the interest of time, and then I'll resume 9-3 here in just a moment.